Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for chapter 4 part 2 atmosphere air. In this video we are going to discuss about the structure of the atmosphere. In that we have troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. So we will discuss about these terms and also the importance of the atmosphere. So let's start with the structure of the atmosphere. So atmosphere is found in different layers. It has a layered structure and concentration of different gases varies with the height from the earth's surface. The denser and heavy gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. are found near the earth's surface, and the lighter gases are found at the higher altitudes. Here you can see the different layers of the atmosphere. Now, based on the temperature, the atmosphere is divided vertically into 5 layers, and these layers are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So here we will discuss about one by one. So first is troposphere. So here the term tropo is derived from the Greek word tropos, and it means turning. Now this layer immediately surrounds the earth. Now we will discuss about the chief characteristics of the troposphere. Now this is most important layer of the atmosphere, and the air we breathe exists in this troposphere. Now, on account of presence of dust particles and water vapor at lower levels, all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog and hailstorm take place in this layer of the atmosphere because of the presence of the dust particle and water vapor. Now, exchange of the heat and moistures also take place in this layer. Now, on account of this exchange, the ocean currents play a significant role in determining climate conditions near the sea coasts. Now, this sphere extends from Earth's surface to an average height of 13 kilometers. Now, the pressure in this layer decreases from 1000 to 200 millibars with increasing altitude. Now, the temperature generally decreases with the altitude at the rate of 0.65 degrees Celsius for every 100 meters height, and the moisture concentration in atmosphere also decreases with the height. And this layer ends at the troposphere, where temperature is generally about 57 degrees Celsius. Here you can see the troposphere. Now 80% of our atmosphere is in this layer, and it is very important as it is the layer which immediately surrounds the earth. Also rainfall, fog, hailstorm, all this takes place in this layer only. Also the heat and moistures The exchange of heat and moisture takes place in this layer. So this is very important layer for our earth. Next we have stratosphere, and this zone lies above the tropopause. What is tropopause? Tropopause is the interface between the troposphere and stratosphere, and it extends up to 50 km. The stratosphere extends up to 50 km. Now the temperature in this layer increases with the height after about first 20 km. In first 20 km, the temperature increases. Now in the zone of first 20 km, there is high ozone concentration, and it has formed its own layer. As we have already discussed, ozone is a form of oxygen, and its chief function is filtering ultraviolet rays of the sun, which is reaching the earth. Now this layer is most ideal for flying aeroplanes, because there is absence of clouds and weather conditions in the stratosphere. Here you can see the stratosphere, and this layer is most ideal for flying aeroplanes as there is absence of clouds and weather conditions. Also you can find the ozone concentration, high ozone concentration, which filters the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Next is mesosphere, and this thermal layer extends from stratosphere and upper layer of the stratosphere up to 80 km, and temperature in this zone decreases with height. Now at the mesopause, the upper layer of this zone, temperature falls to -95 degrees Celsius. Meteorites burn up here on entering from the space. You would have studied about the meteorites. So they burn up here when they are entering from the space. Next is thermosphere, and it extends from mesosphere to exosphere. That is from 80 kilometers to 400 kilometers. And the temperature in the lower layer of this zone is stationary or isothermal. The temperature again rises rapidly with height, and the chief characteristic of this sphere is formation of ionosphere by electrically charged particles, which is known as ions. So that is the important characteristic of this sphere. So here you can see the mesosphere. It lies up to 80 kilometers. After tropopause, it lies up to 80 kilometers. And the temperature falls to -95 degrees Celsius. The meteoroids, you can see, they burn up here in mesosphere when they are entering from the space. And here you can see thermosphere. Now the chief characteristic of thermosphere is formation of ionosphere, and that is formed by the electrically charged particles, which is known as ions. So you can see troposphere is the layer which is immediately surrounding the earth, and it is very important for the weather conditions. Second is stratosphere. Stratosphere is good for, it is most ideal for flying aeroplanes and all, because there is absence of clouds and weather conditions. Mesosphere, the burning of meteoroids. And we have thermosphere, which is having the chief characteristic of formation of ionosphere. Also, the charged particles reflect outgoing radio waves in thermosphere. The charged particles, which are known as ions, they reflect outgoing radio waves, and it makes the radio transmission possible on the Earth's surface. Now these radio waves transmitted from the Earth are reflected back to the Earth by this layer. Whatever radio waves are transmitted from the Earth, they will be sent back to the Earth by the thermosphere. Now the reception of radio signals reflected from ionosphere at night is also very good. Now the northern lights called aurora borealis and southern lights called aurora australis, and they are produced by electrical activity in this layer. As we have already discussed, there are electrically charged particles in this layer. Now they are visible at night in hemisphere and make a fascinating phenomenon. So aurora borealis is visible in northern hemisphere, and aurora australis is visible in the southern hemisphere. So these are aurora borealis and aurora australis. So aurora borealis can be seen in the northern hemisphere and aurora australis can be seen in the southern hemisphere. So this kind of light can be seen in the sky, which is reflected from the ionosphere. As thermosphere has a lot of electrical activities, and because of that we have these lights coming from that thermosphere. Now we have exosphere, and this is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere, and it gradually emerges into the space. Now this extends up to the height of 750 km from the Earth's surface. Now this has very thin air, light gases like helium, hydrogen. These all gases are found as they are very light gases, and they float into the space from here. The temperature remains always high in this layer, 1600 degrees Celsius. So it is a very high temperature in the exosphere. So you can see all the layers of the atmosphere in this picture. You have troposphere 6 to 20 kilometers, then you have tropopause, then you have stratosphere 50 kilometers, then you have mesosphere 80 kilometers, thermosphere, then you have the exosphere, which gradually merges to the space. Each layer have its own importance. Here you can have a better understanding of the layers of the Earth's atmosphere. So you have troposphere, the hot airs which are heavy, they remains in the troposphere. Also the life-giving oxygen is there in the troposphere. We have stratosphere, which is ideal for flying aeroplanes and all. Mesosphere, where meteoroids are burned. Thermosphere, ionosphere are formed here. Because of the thermosphere, the radio transmission is possible on the earth. And then we have exosphere, where we have satellites and all. Now next we have importance of atmosphere. Now atmosphere acts as a huge blanket that provides a protective shield against extreme heat. So it is a protective shield which protects us from the extreme heat. Also, it acts as a greenhouse by keeping the earth warm. Also, it gives us air to breathe. Communication is possible due to presence of atmosphere. Now, the atmosphere also protects us against falling debris from the space. It also provides us rain and other weather phenomena. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.